I'm Chronix from the most extreme wrestling, and this is your AEW Dynamite review for November 6, 2019, live in Charlotte, North Carolina. And yes, AEW Full Gear is this Saturday, so this is the go home episode. So let's see how AEW did it. Right here, we kick off the night with Pac taking on Trent of the Best Friends. Now, he does have Chuck and Orange Cassidy ringside, but boy, Pac, he's looking nice. He's looking jacked. Holy crap. And both of these guys both look like wrestlers. They both had a very competitive match. And it was nice to see a little bit of change this week. We didn't see a bazillion high dives in this match. This was just a straight up match, so I appreciate the little change up right here. Now, Pac, he's a bastard, and bastards, sometimes they don't have best friends, apparently, and he didn't seem to need it in this night right here. Orange Cassidy, however, he did decide to get in the ring. He wasn't really trying to make friends with Pac, no. He was in there with his sunglasses. Now, the referee had to be manually distracted, as in you had Chuck grab the referee and pull him off to the side so Orange Cassidy could do his thing, which just made me want to just ram my fingers into my eyeballs, because I thought, seriously? Oh, it just bugged me, but I don't think it was entirely noticeable. I just noticed it and it bothered the crap out of me. Like, the referee either should have known that, or he wasn't aware that that was what was going on. It was just, that bothered me. But Orange Cassidy got in there. He did his little bitty kicks, his little teeny tiny kicks. And I thought, well, you know what? If the referee did see it, would he disqualify? I mean, how deadly are Orange Cassidy's kicks anyways? It would be like him touching him. Or is the referee going to disqualify an outside person touching the wrestlers? I don't know. That's kind of questionable. But after Orange Cassidy hit his big kicks, well, Pac knocked that bastard out. And Orange Cassidy, R.I.P., because you just got kicked by Pac. And the referee didn't see it, so I guess that whole exchange didn't matter so much. But after the Black Arrow and the Brutalizer, which probably wasn't even necessary, but he did it anyways because he's Pac and he's a bad guy, we get the 1, 2, 3, and yeah, that's 3 Bs too. We got the Black Arrow, the Brutalizer, and the Bastard. So hey, Pac wins, and Pac is mad. He's on the microphone. He's got that thick accent, which I totally don't have. And, he's just letting everybody know who he is, what he's up to, and what he's going to be doing at the pay-per-view. So I thought that this was a good way to present Pac right here in the opening of the show. So I'm gonna give that, that was good stuff. I really can't fault it too much, except for the referee not being distracted at the right time. That kind of annoyed me. But whatever. Hey, that's a small complaint. Now, as they go to commercial break, they keep the picture-in-picture going. And presumably, we're getting some character development with the Dark Order, but it's silent, so I guess not. I just imagine someone who has no idea what's going on in this storyline, or these guys, or whatever. They're sitting there and they're thinking, well, who's the guy in the mask, and then the other guys in the mask and that are around him and doing like this weird movement. Like, what is going on here? Well, no one's here to tell you what's going on, so they just really need to explain what the Dark Order is and what they're about and what their mission is and who they are, why you should care. Why should you care that these guys are on TV, and why should you care that you got these little creepers running around making these weird movements? We need to know. I need to know. And look, if I need to know and I'm sitting here talking about the show and I took notes, I mean, come on, seriously? Do I have to spell it out? Now we have Cody Rhodes to come back from the break. Cody Rhodes, he ascends. He's freaking Jesus. I don't know what he is, but he's coming out. The set moves for him. You got smoke. You got freaking fire and explosions. I mean, if you didn't know and you were in their arena, this guy's important because look at all this fanfare for this man. So he comes down. Tony Schiavone is there with a microphone. And Tony Schiavone always makes me laugh because these days he's just so relaxed. He's just like, all right, here I am. Like, he doesn't look excited about anything. Although he did look like he really was enjoying his new earring that he has. Or maybe he had the earring. I don't know. I don't recall seeing him with the earring recently. But the dude has one and it looks pretty big. So they must be paying him more than Starbucks these days. So he's interviewing this hometown boy, Cody Rhodes. And Cody Rhodes, he has a special announcement. And I'm sitting here thinking, I hope that this announcement isn't something dumb. Something like, if I lose this match, I'll retire. Or I'll quit AEW. Or something like that. And I was thinking, well, that would be impossible for them to do something so absurd. So I wasn't too worried about it, but I thought, it's kind of late to make a stipulation. I didn't really know what the announcement was going to be. Now, Cody, he starts off and, he's just stating facts. He's giving us information. He's not going too crazy, but then he starts taking those shots in, and he does tell us, he calls Chris Jericho a stupid dick, but he does tell us that the stipulation is going to be if he doesn't win, he'll never challenge for the AEW championship again. And I said, why? So that means you're just going to win the title right out the gate? Because I don't believe you when you say that you're not going to challenge for the championship again. I don't expect Cody Rhodes to win the championship. It just seems so early. I mean, he's just going to win it and everything's going to be great? I don't know. The Inner Circle, they're just so... You got this big group. You got young guys. You got Jack Hager. You got Chris Jericho. And then you got Santana and Ortiz. I just can't see how this is going to be a clean finish with Cody winning. So I feel like there's going to be some chicanery going on. So maybe it's a disqualification, then he doesn't actually lose, and then, I hate that. I hope they don't do that. He calls Chris Jericho. He calls him a stupid dick. I don't know. I already said that, but it made me laugh, so I said it again. He gets very high pitched when he starts getting very emotional. I was like, whoa, dude, where is he going with this? But he was just emotional, and he was just coming from the heart. So I cannot fault him for coming with it from the heart. And the fans were loud and sometimes kind of stepping on Cody. So I don't know if that was a volume issue or that was just the crowd just being super excited to see Cody Rhodes. Regardless, he says he's going to eat Chris Jericho alive. So he is very confident that he's going to win this title. He's going to win this championship match at Full Gear. And he's going to come away with a victory. So I guess we'll see. Next, we have SCU. They are the tag team champions. They're on commentary as the Dark Order takes on Private Party. And the winner of this match is going to go on to be in the mix with SCU at the pay-per-view. So let me ask you, who do you think is going to win this match? You have Private Party, which is beloved by the fans, and they're very entertaining on pretty much every level, taking on the Dark Order. I don't know about you, but I feel like the Dark Order doesn't have a chance in hell. Bless their cotton socks. I don't think they got a chance. So the referee holds up. You know, normally when a championship is on the line, the referee will hold up the title, right? Well, since this is a match to get in the mix with SCU at the PPV, he's holding up 2 third-place bronze medals that you wear around your neck. What? Do they understand how third place, second place, first place medals go? Obviously not, because that's not how it works. When you win first place, you earn it, and then you get it. What is the point of the third place medals around your neck to get into a match? It's like, you haven't won the Full Gear match yet, so why are you getting medals? Forget that. Why give them anything? Why hold up anything? Just tell the freaking fans that this is what it's for. And if they don't get it, and for some reason they need some kind of visual aid, well, put a graphic on the freaking video wall. Why would you give them these medals? I was just so confused by that. I was so confused that I was convinced that I had missed something, which is entirely possible, but I doubt it. You know, there was points in this match where the referee was trying to be like, hey guys, you can't just continually do tag team moves and be in the ring. You had the mask guy, what's his name? Uno? Masked Uno? Well, whatever. The big dude in the mask. He kept getting in the ring and the referee was like, dude, you're not legal. Like, there was a point where the referee looked at him and was like, not legal. And I thought to myself, you know, that kind of hurts the credibility of the ref when you get to the point where you just don't even care. You're just letting the guys come in and do double team moves. And I get it, you know, people come in and they do double team moves, but it's not so blatant in front of the referee where the referee's literally throwing up his hands and saying, forget it. I can't contain this action. That annoyed me. But that, I guess, is more... I'm not even going to say it's more on the ref. That's just more on everybody. I mean, you can't just break the rules all the time until you have a situation where, well, you know, we had to have a disqualification, so we rang the bell. That's just lazy. That's just lazy. Regardless, Mark Quinn, he hits a huge cutter, and Mark Quinn wins with Private Party. Private Party goes on. So, you know, I thought maybe there was a chance Randy Orton was going to sign. You know, his contract was coming up. We might be seeing that cutter, that RKO in AEW, but no, you're going to have to look for Mark Quinn and other people to be doing that move because he signed a 5-year deal with WWE. Dang, could have been some good matches, but you know what? Money talks. And a 5-year contract with WWE, spicing up things, hey, I'm sure he got a nice payday, more than he could have ever gotten in AEW. So yeah, that was a pretty good match. I can't really complain about that so much, other than the blatant referee nonsense that was going on with this. But Private Party, there's some good dudes, and seeing them in there with SCU at the pay-per-view is going to be a good thing. Now we move on to a Chris Jericho video package on the match that he's going to have with Cody Rhodes. This is basically his response video for Cody Rhodes' fiery promo going in. And we have Chris Jericho, and this entire video package is just silliness. It's just for laughs. You got Sammy Guevara saying that Chris Jericho is the youngest AEW champion, which he's not lying. And you got this dramatic music as Sammy Guevara, you know, he's like, bringing in the Bubbly and Chris Jericho. You know, he goes into his thoughts and the music plays. And Chris Jericho was taking a bubbly bath while drinking the Bubbly. I gotta make a note. Dang, where's my pen? I gotta make that the title of the video. I hope I didn't forget. If I did, embarrassing, because you guys would know. So that was hilarious. You got Jack Hager. He's over there. He's just staring. And you got comments from Chris Jericho's aunt's friend, and she was funny. So out of place in this package. Jack is still staring. This whole thing was for laughs. And it was very funny. But I did wonder, is that the way you want to build to this big championship match? At the time, I was not for it, but other things would happen in the night that would add to the story. So I felt like this was funny. This was kind of Chris Jericho's way to stick it to Cody Rhodes. You know, Cody Rhodes came out there being very serious and very buttoned down, and this is my family or whatever. And then Jericho's response is basically just making fun of the whole, not Cody Rhodes, but just kind of not taking him seriously. So I thought that was a pretty interesting way to go, since we actually had more things at the end of the night that will contribute to the story. So that's okay. Now we got Hayter. Hayter's back. Female wrestler right here, Jamie Hayter. And how do you say her name? I always screw this up. Sakura? Is that right? She's got a mustache and it looks way too realistic. It was making me think, oh, this is weird. Now, she just dresses up and acts like, well, I don't know if she acts like, but she dresses up and does Freddie Mercury stuff. So her gimmick is that she is Freddie Mercury? I don't know about that. It's weird. You're just cosplaying at this point. But I would not say that to her face, because she looks like she could kick my ass with no problem at all. They're taking on Shayna and Riho, the women's champion. Now, last week, I did not care for Shayna or for when the last match that Hayter had. I just didn't really care. But Hayter in this match, she was a great heel. She was fiery. She had a lot of steam behind her. She did great. She really did. And Shayna, you know, she surprised me in this match as well. Yeah, so an improvement. I can say that. But Jamie Hayter, Sakura, they come away with the victory because Riho got all stacked up. And how can it not be hard to stack up Riho? I mean, she looks like she weighs 0 pounds. So Sakura comes away with the victory. Good for her. Now we got Brandy. She's got her video package, or just like a promo, I guess, of what's going on with her. Last week, I thought that the video package with her made no damn sense. And this week, she's like the evil empress of the dark. She's got vampire blood or something. And I still don't get it. I do not understand what her gimmick is, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. Is her gimmick that she just changes what she does every week? What is that? Whatever, dude. Now we got Brandon Cutler versus the chairman of the Upstage City, Sean Spears, with Tully Blanchard. And man, Sean Spears, dude, he looks like a pro. When he's in the ring, I'm just like, dang, that dude is good. He is a very good wrestler. And they had a very good match too. It went on, but there was a post-match beatdown. Sean Spears, dude, he will look great, but Joey Janela, he comes down, and I was like, what? What is Joey Janela doing here? I don't know, Joey Janela and Sean Spears? Well, a lot of upside for Joey Janela, I guess. Now we got to move on from this. We got Jon Moxley and Kenny Omega video package building up their storyline. And I think that that's going to be a pretty dang good match, because the history with them just on AEW Dynamite, their back and forth, I am interested in this. I'm sure that this is going to be a semi-main event type of thing. It's going to be a, they're going to be sweating, if not bleeding and bruised and bloody by the end of this one. So I'm looking forward to watching it. Now we got Hangman Page and Kenny Omega taking on Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho with Jack Hager. So this is the main event. Now, of course, with all of these guys involved, you know that this is going to be good. And of course, you know this is a go-home show, so why not have a tag team match? And I thought that that was a pretty good idea. Now, Kenny Omega, he tries to start off this match by schooling Sammy Guevara. But Sammy Guevara, he's fiery. He's a young dude with a lot of spunk. And he's got an attitude. He ends up slapping the crap out of Kenny Omega. And they're wrestling, and they're having a good match, and I am enjoying what I'm seeing. But Jack Hager, he jumps up and he cheap shots Kenny Omega. They go to commercial break. Then you got Kenny Omega. He ends up diving on Jack and Sammy. So it's funny. Last week, I do not know what was going on, but there was so many dives. It was ridiculous. I was ready to complain about that this week, but then it just didn't happen. So I don't know if they had a meeting and was like, hey guys, you know that tag match we had last week? Man, we had Rey Fenix in there, and look, this dude, he did the same amount of grapples that he did dives. This is a problem. But they didn't do that this week, so I got no reason to complain. This was a good main event. Pac, he ends up coming down and interferes on Omega, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness. But Jericho, Sammy, they come away with the victory. So this lends in to the idea that I feel that Cody Rhodes is going to walk away with the championship. But I don't know, man. I really think now I'm pretty much convinced this is going to end up in a disqualification, which is not going to make anybody happy, I don't think. But I am very interested to see what happens on this pay-per-view in this main event. If they do it right, I'm not going to complain. All I want is good story, good matches, and good story. That's what I'm there for. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see no stupid Hell in the Cell ending nonsense with Seth Rollins like they did. I don't want to see a disqualification, but if they can tell a great story and it can lead to something that's going to pay off, then that's okay. I'm preemptively preparing myself. But this match, after it's over, this whole thing just dissolves. It just dissolves into chaos. I got a whole page of notes right here that I got to run through very quickly. Because Cody Rhodes, he comes down, you know, he's going to stand tall. But MJF, look, he's standing tall in the ring. You got Cody Rhodes in the ring, and as Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara are starting to go away, they're starting to leave, they're starting to hit the bricks, trying to get out of here, trying to get out of Charlotte. Look, MJF, he's standing up there with the chair. He hits old Sammy, and this thing is just falling apart. Chris Jericho gets back in the ring and crossroads on Chris Jericho. Moxley comes down and he's got a barbed wire baseball bat. Big brawl is happening all over the place. Kenny Omega, I don't know where he got it, but he's got a barbed wire broom, which would be my weapon of choice, and I don't know where he got it from, under the ring. Why do they keep that stuff under the ring? I guess he preemptively put it there. I don't really know, but he had it. Boy, did he have it, and they were at a standoff. Then Santana and Ortiz come down, and they're attacking. The Young Bucks come down for the save, and I'm thinking, how many episodes of AEW Dynamite is going to end with Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks saving the day? I mean, they've done that a lot, but it didn't end there. So hang on to your hats, JR. You're going to need it. And keep your mask on over there on commentary, because look, and keep your earring in, Tony Schiavone, because this thing, it ain't over yet. The Young Bucks that come for the save. You got AEW chants all over the building. It looks like they're going to, Santana and Ortiz, It looks like they were going to powerbomb the Young Bucks off the stage, but no, that did not happen. More freaking brawling. Then you got Nick Jackson. He's climbing up on the AEW set with the Titantron in the background with the AEW logo, and he dives. And I'm thinking, dang, they should just end the show here. Chris Jericho gets hit so hard, he takes a cameraman down with him, which was hilarious. And then they brawl some more, and I'm thinking, seriously, after all that, they're still brawling? Okay. I'm all about the brawl, I'm all about the hot ending, I'm all about the fighting and the craziness, the chaos. But how are they still brawling? Shouldn't they end the show there? Shouldn't they be dead? I mean, if they still have the energy to brawl after the big dive onto everybody, what was the point of diving off of that thing? If you're diving way up there and you got solid steel all around you, all this dangerous, they should have all just been dead. But then they're still brawling after that. I'm thinking, well, I mean, why is that the last brawl? Why not do something else and then brawl some more? Aren't you at least tired? If you're not dead and hurt, aren't you at least too tired to fight anymore? Maybe, guys, send the referees down. Or stop this. Or send security. It was excessive. But whatever. It just seemed a little bit, for me, it seemed a little bit too much. It was a little extreme, if you will. But that's the way they did it. It was a great brawl, and this will end up being part of a great video package at Full Gear. So if that's what they were trying to do, if they were trying to build intrigue, if they were trying to get interest, if they were trying to think, dang, anything could happen at AEW Full Gear, then they freaking succeeded. So if that's the case, I gotta approve it. AEW Dynamite, it was a very exciting night. I thought it was an improvement over last week. There was only a few things that I really scratched my head at, which would have been Brandy Rhodes and the third place medals. Like, what was that? But AEW Full Gear is this Saturday. I will be watching it. I'll be going to Memphis and checking it out and watching it with Marco Rose. I don't know how I'm going to do my review because we're going to be at a Dave & Buster's and you can't just pop out a camera and do a 30-minute review without music playing in the background and people asking you to leave because you've had too many drinks and you've gotten in a fight with some guy that is a WWE fan and he just hates AEW, and I'm like, dude, it's on. What else can we do? But that was AEW. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and until then, I will catch you guys next time.